Alright, I'm gonna start opening some cards. So we've got some NBA hoops all sealed up. Everything here's sealed. Got some Flair Football Premier Edition. Mostly 90s. Pro set. Some Topps. And some Pacific. I guess we will start with football cards first, and with NBA cards. Kind of work our way up there. So I'll go ahead and do the Fleers first. Open up the pack here. Tore a little crazier than expected. Alright. I'll have to research all these. I do have sleeves and top loaders that everything will be going into here. So let's see what we've got first. Leon White. Don't know if I'll be pronouncing that one. Mike Munchak. I believe he's a coach now. Kevin Porter. Mike Johnson. Cornelius Bennett. Greg Bell. Mike Malarkey. Another one I think is a coach. Not certain on that though. Keith Jones. Eric Allen. Pharrell Edmonds. Mosbar. Hey, Lawrence Taylor. That's a good card. Herschel Walker. Sure, there's some people that want that and some that don't after this last year. Ooh, Jerry Rice. There we go. That's a great card. That one's going in right away. My top loaders here. Picked these up a couple years ago at a little auction. I've been meaning to do do a live stream just to document them all being opened up and fresh. Since I probably will just be selling these to whoever wants, and unless I find something that really justifies it, I don't know if I'll be doing any PSA grading or anything like that. No, maybe if I find a Michael Jordan or something like that in the NBA, so that'll change that. I'll have to do a little research on each of these. I do have some stuff pulled up now, just kind of saying for some of these different ones what the most valuables are, but yeah, I'll have to do some research on these. So for the Fleer, let's see, I've got the 15 most valuable list. Hold up. And it looks like 2 that were in this pack are in that group. So the Lawrence Taylor and the Jerry Rice. So let's get these. Push down in to some sleeves here real quick. Sorry for the delay, first time doing these. If anybody sees anything that they would like, feel free to say something in the chat, and you can message me on YouTube there, and we can get in touch and see if there's any of these cards that you'd like to get your hands on, come up with some fair prices. Like I said, not really something I do a lot, just something I kind of decided to do for fun. Had a chance to pick these up, so yeah, just picked them up and see where we're at on them. I'll hold off sleeving these kind of less popular ones here just to save a little time so you're not watching a bunch of sleeving up here. But yeah, pretty exciting. Jerry Rice and Lawrence Taylor. Those are some great ones for the very first pack here, and we've got a lot of packs left to go, so set those there. Wilker, Leonard Smith, and if anybody watching is like, hey, wait a minute, that's a rare card or something, let me know, or there's errors of those. Like I said, I don't really know these all that well, so Stephon Page, Keenan Turner, Drew Hill, Art Monk, Bruce Reimers, Carl Mecklenburg, Bronco. That's good for us here in Colorado. That's kind of odd. Half the pack is reversed. Clarence Verdine, Broderick Thomas, Cedric Jones, James Thornton, and Steve Walsh. I don't think there's going to be any super valuable ones in that, but we will certainly check. Like I said, I'm going to kind of set stuff off to the side that's not a major, like right away, no, hey, that's a big one. So first pack might be our best one, having both Lawrence Taylor and Jerry Rice in one. We'll see. A couple hiding out in there. Alright, so we got Walker-Lee Ashley, Eddie Murray. I think I might have already had one of those. Jim Covert, Buford Jordan. Hey, Sterling Sharp. That's, I don't know if there's value in it, but I appreciate that one. Mike Gahn, Keith Byers, Rick Feeney, Jeff Cross, Mike Dowell. Phil Simms. There we go. That's a good one. John Williams, Jackie Slater, BB, and Clay Matthews. Would that be... interesting. Do a quick search on that Phil Simms one. Yeah, a couple bucks, nothing too fancy, but worth popping in a sleeve real quick. About Sterling Sharp. Sorry for the keyboard noise. I know my microphone definitely picks that up. Not something I have a lot of control over there. Alright. Alright, that's the last of the Fleer packs. Mark Rapien, Ricky Dixon, Simon Fletcher. It's so weird how they get like flipped. A checklist. Surprised that those aren't in every single one, but Anthony Miller, Stark, Percy Snow, Vila, Johnson. Ooh, Michael Irving. Let's see if there's something there. Ed West, Andre Bruce, Rich Gannon, and David Little. So I think, like I said, that first pack was definitely our good one. Let's see what that Urban is worth. Nice. Looks like that one can fetch around 30 to 50. Should grade out pretty high. Fresh from the pack there, in good shape. Didn't look like it got any impact damage. I'll head straight into a top loader on that one. Go. Put that there. And just for fun, I'm sure not too much, but you never know. Yeah. It's not a big surprise. Alright. So a couple good ones in the Fleers. Got the Michael Irvin, Lawrence Taylor, Jerry Rice, all good ones. As a Bronco fan, you always hope that you find a John Elway, but maybe I'll find one in the Topps or the Pacific or the Pro Set. So let's go ahead and go with the Topps here. My one concern here is they put bubble gum in these, and I mean, we're talking about 30-year-old bubble gum now. Obviously, not too concerned about the bubble gum, but I'm a little concerned about the oils or anything from that would have shifted into the cards. So that'll be a little unfortunate potentially, but I guess we'll see here. So, and maybe it's just the way they printed these and not too great there. So another Mike Mularkey, Frank Minifield, Keith McCants. Hey, just was saying, you hope for a John Elway. Unfortunately, a little bit of a scuff there in the pack. So, David Treadwell, Anthony Miller, 1,000-yard club. We'll see if that's got anything to it. Sorry, I moved these up so you can see them a little bit better. Rodney Peete, Simmons, Neil Anderson, Steve Brown, Jolly Haw, Andre Bruce, DeMonte Dawson, and Daryl Grant. So same kind of thing here. I'm going to have to do some research on some of these, definitely. I mean, all of them are going to go in loaders. For anybody that's interested in any of them, just only some of them just right out of the gate. Let me pull up the looks like that John Elway is in the most valuable. So, like I said, unfortunately, tiny little scuff there. It's not a lot, but it's enough to definitely not be a PSA 10. So we'll see here. Looking up this Anthony Miller 1,000-yard club. A lot of times those special designation ones just, you get a little extra out. Doesn't look like that's going to be one of them, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this John Elway in a sleeve and a top loader here. Yeah, I'm finding a couple good ones for sure. Excuse me a moment, that is a very important phone call. Alright, sorry about that. May have to hop off again, just dealing with some stuff here. Alright, got the next tops. Yeah, bubblegum and the cards, it's always been an interesting one to me. These cards are just kind of jumbled in here. Bo Jackson. Another malarkey. He was apparently a popular one. Sorry, shift these this way. Field. Michael Haynes. David Wyman. Kevin Mack. Ooh, a Jerry Rice. Can never go wrong with the Jerry Rice card. Ken Bell. Mark Carrier. Bruce Armstrong. I saw the Taylor. I thought we had another Lawrence Taylor Jerry Rice double pack like the other. Willie Galt. That'll be an interesting one to see. John Grimsley, Bill Bates, Eric Hill, and Hassan Jones. So let me get sleeves here for the Jerry Rice and see what a Bo Jackson might be worth here too. Looks like those are got some value to them too. No surprise there. Let's go ahead and get both of these. Sleeved up and in top loaders. If anybody does buy any of these, we always ship them out in bubble mailers and pinch between cardboard, so they should be pretty safe. Part of me wants to try that bubble gum. I'm sure it's horrendous. Yeah, some of these definitely some oils that I was afraid of on them. Luckily, the good ones have been towards the middle, so they've all seemed to be relatively safe. Alright, Bobby Humphrey. Another 1,000-yard club one. I'll have to check that out. Mark Rivero. Robert Drummond. Martin Matthew. Courtney Hall. Neil Anderson. Keep McCants, Steve Walsh, Johnny Meads. Boomer. Let's see if that one's got something to it. Henry Thomas, Lewis Lips, Eddie Anderson, and Roger Vick. Definitely be a lot of research to be had later. Let's see. Thought a Boomer would be worth more. Alright. Yeah, that, like I said, tempted to try that bubble gum, but I know it's going to be horrendous. 30 years old, I can't imagine it'd be good. Alright. Yeah, Super Bowl 24. That's a cool card. Not if you're a Broncos fan like me, but a cool card. Scrambles Daylight. So those are a couple. I hadn't really encountered those yet, but I'm definitely getting some. These pictorial cards, I'm going to have to look those up and see. God, the old single bar. I mean, the thing barely did anything for you. Go ahead and set those slightly off to the side and look those up at some point here. Yeah, whole stick. Didn't break. Good sign for the cards, right? There we go. Barry Sanders, 1,000-yard club. Get that right into a sleeve. Sims likes his OJ. It's a good card. Hamilton, Mike Spindler. So that's a draft pick card. Those make a stand. It's funny, the first couple didn't have these, and now I'm getting some of these kind of pictorial cards. I don't know what they call them, but that's what I would refer to them as. Kevin Butler, 1989 record breaker. Most consecutive field goals. Warren Moon, Tony Eason, Rathman, another Carrier, J.T. Smith, Sean Jones, and Gary Hodgeboom. So these are all being set just basically as they're on a card and piece of paper right here at a camera I can move and show you later. So like I said, I'm going to research these later when I don't, I'm not doing the live stream here and trying to slow things down on the live stream. And then, yeah, they'll all get sleeved. So all right, 2 more Topps football packs left, including this one. Basically, then split them in half here. It's kind of interesting. All stuck together there. Look, we know who either of those looks too special. Sterling Sharp. Rick Rolls right. I'm gonna put all those together. Alright, last of the Pro Set. Or sorry, the Pops, and then we'll move on to the Pro Set, rather. If anybody wants the gun, let me know. Clear that off. Bruce Smith, Joe Wolf. There we go. Receiving leader, double pack, Jerry Rice, Andrew Reed. Look that one up real quick here. Jim Sweeney, Broughton, Doug Smith, and another pictorial. So, no Montanas, no Junior Seau, but hey, got some Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, and a John Elway. So you can't really complain too much. Let's see what this receiving. Yeah, worth a couple bucks. So. All right. Let's do the Pro Sets next. It's the smallest of the NFLs I've got left. So, and then we'll have the Pacifics, and we'll get to the NBAs, which is what I'm most excited about. I like the old NBA guys, so I'm excited. Just cut the top off this one. Just go ahead while I've got my scissors and do all three. The one that's funny to me on these is there's the winner trip to the Pro Bowl, so I'm really hoping I get that so I can just laugh at it because that would be too funny. Well, that's a cool card. That's a cool card. Pro Set here, so move those there. Jim Arnold, John Roper, Keith Millard, Field, Carter. That's cool. They've got some coach cards on these ones. See this, Buddy Ryan. Guess it's a way to have more cards and not give you as many stuff. Official NFL card, these ones were apparently. Got a lot of coaches in here. Okay, it was cool till there are too many in your pack. Two ways to win with the NFL. Looks like you had to mail in, so won't be having any winners. Alright, next one here. Separate that so it comes out a little easier. Kind of cool. Might be to the right people that kind of grew up with those ones. William White, Steve McMichael. Why is the third one upside down? Anthony Carter, Brian Blades, Roger Cards, Mark Levy, Frank Warner, Sean Collins. I bet you the next one's a coach. This is just how the pattern's been going. Nope. Warren Moon. Otis Anderson. Bugle, Carl Banks. Eric Farrell. And a How to Win. Oh. They open up. Oh, there is a scratch. Yeah, we'll scratch those in just a minute. That's going to be fun. We'll do those at the end of the stream, so I don't get the stuff all over my area here that I'm using to try and keep everything clean. So stick around for the end of the stream to see if I opened these when I was 3 years old, 4 years old, if I would have been a winner. Another cool Super Bowl one. Bobby Humphries, Vance Johnson. Yeah, that third one's always flipped. It's kind of a weird. Steve Smith, definitely worth checking. It's funny to see which cards are worth more in some packs versus the others, just because they were more rare from one person to the next. And then, of course, you've got your popularity of the player, but that's just been something interesting for me to see. So, yeah, 3 chances to instant win here at the end of the stream. Instant win something that doesn't exist, but hey, who knows? Maybe somebody will clip it and send it and, okay, send this guy to the Pro Bowl. Although, yeah, I think we all know how we feel about the Pro Bowl. Alright, the 91 Pacific, so these are going to be our most recent cards of the day. Do have a good little pack of these. It looks like these were 59 cents at CVS back in the day. I got them at $2 a piece. A cool foil wrap that they did. Really cool foil. Alright. We have Robert Brown. Unfortunately, some these did not hold up in the pack. So hopefully if there's any good ones, they're not holding against that foil where, 30 plus years has done its thing. Kevin Ross. Hey, John Elway. Gotta like that. Yeah. Excited about the John Elway. Let's see what a 1991. Oh, really? I must print the hell out of those for that to only be worth that much. It's a little bit of a disappointment, not gonna lie. I'll go ahead and sleeve it up anyways. Maybe when I'm in Denver I'll take it, you never know. Run into him, get it signed. Up there all the time. Hey, Jerry Rice, there we go. You know, other than that top card on the one, these have all been in really good shape. I think these would all grade out as real high grade. Nice and flat. Alright, what's a Jerry Rice worth allegedly? Man, these Pacifics, they must have just printed a million of them because they just don't have really any value to them. Which is a shame. Guess we'll tear through these and get to the NBAs. I know my NBA hoops have a couple that have some value, if you can pull them, so. Yeah, that top one on some of them definitely sticks or something. I mean, it looks like they really shrink wrapped them, so I'm wondering if it's heat damage, but luckily it's only been that top one. Kind of tearing through these after realizing that if my John Elway and my Jerry Rice weren't worth much, I doubt any of the rest of these are going to be. But maybe, like I said, you gotta research them each individually. You find out, oh well, there was an error on that one, and sometimes you get lucky on that. So maybe I will get lucky. Hey, Lawrence Taylor. See if that's worth anything. Oh, that's a fun name. SZ. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Yeah, Chris Carter. Funny, the players you remember from your youth. Alright, let's see what a Lawrence Taylor would be worth. Yeah, not really worth anything. Guess I'll sleeve that up later. I think it's just these Pacifics, they don't really have a value, it seems. Which basically cleaned out the little place that had these. They just had a bunch of old cards that they were selling for cheap, all sealed up. So, you know, in retrospect, probably won't be buying any Pacifics if I come across them in the future. At least not the 91s. Got a nice sheen to them though. They're really glossy. They were a nice card, just not a. I was gonna say not a popular card, but that's probably the problem. Actually, they were too popular. Didn't have a level of rarity to them. Yeah, Jack Del Rio. Finally cross some guys who were players that became coaches. Those are always a funny one. Alright, so those there. On to my personal favorite. You know, teach their own. I know there's baseball guys, there's NFL guys. When it comes to cards, basketball is kind of my thing. So, you know, as a kid in the Jordan era, and Bird and Ewing and all those guys. So let's open this one up here. Clyde Drexler right off the top. That's a cool card. Ooh, Magic Johnson. Look at that. Playing for the Lakers. That's going to get sleeved up right away. John Sally, Robert Parrish, Saul Thompson, Tom Hammonds, Muscle Man, James Edwards, Lynham, Trent Tucker, Randy Allen, Buck Johnson, John Moore, Tellis Frank, and Gerald Henderson. Let's get Magic sleeved up here. I might do another just a video, not a stream later, just kind of being like, hey, these were the cards that were worth the most. Kind of a fun thing. I got my scissors out. I'm going to go ahead and just cut the tops off the rest of these. Make it a little quicker in the transition. Alright. Joe DeMars. Ooh, Charles Barkley. There we go. Reggie Miller. Rick Cornett. Rookie card. And check. Checklist. Mike Brown. These are really jumbled up in here. Mark O'Leary. Johnny Newman. Jerome Lane. I love the old Nuggets. I love when they bring that back. That jersey just was awesome. Kevin McHale. Todd Lichty. Probably not anything for anybody, but from a Colorado boy, that's a name. Let's see what Reggie Miller's worth a couple bucks. And a Charles Barkley. There we go. I can get behind that value. It's always tricky. You see them on eBay though, and sorry, look away so I don't sneeze on my card. You look on eBay though, and sometimes people are being a little optimistic with their prices, and there's a reason it's for sale and not sold. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and get that one on the top loader just in case. There's a couple on eBay selling 150, 200 on those guys. So yeah, probably a card some of you have been screaming at the screen at. Like, that card is worth blah blah blah. You just set it off to the side. Don't worry, like I said, I have more than enough sleeves for all of my cards. And alright, 3 packs left, and we'll do those instant win scratches just for fun. And then I have to go about my day packing up my house, which is all sorts of fun. Part of the reason I kind of went ahead and started doing these, get these taken care of before I pack everything into storage for a while. And there we go. Dennis Rodman. That's a fun one. Alex English, another fun one. Kevin Johnson, Herb Williams, Greg Grant, Kim Olajuwon. I'm going to set that one off to the side. I have a good feeling about that one. Kenny Walker, Harvey Grant, Moksky, Dick Moda, Mitch Wiggins, Robert Parrish, Derek Smith. Unfortunately, it looks like in the card got a little bit of rubbing on that one. Winston Bennett and Eddie Lee Wilkins. Let's see what this. See what that Rodman. Yeah. Not bad. You get a card that pays for the whole pack and the next couple. That's always good. Alright. Danny Manning. Charles Oakley. Blackman. McRae. Got that. I'll tell you what, NBA Hoops could have done a lot better about like every single one. Flipping. Sloan. Clever. Paul Pressey. Vern Fleming. AC Green. Another old mug. Alright, last pack. For those of you that stuck with me on this first stream, we'll be doing a variety of different things on this channel. Coins and cards primarily, but we'll find some other things that are collectible to have some fun with. Glenn Rivers, Larry Nance, Kevin Johnson, Winnington, Smith, another Musselman, Edwards, Scott Brooks, Steve Kerr. That might be these days. Johnny Dawkins, another one. That Wingate, Harper, and Brad Seller. So yeah, there were a couple good ones today. Nothing too crazy. I mean, none of these card packs were, this was early 90s. They were printing cards like they were going out of style. So I know that definitely there's some limits there, and obviously you always want to MJ when you're doing these cards, but you can get lucky. So yeah, it looks like the curves are interesting variants in them. I mean, it's in really good shape. It might be worth it to get it graded for me. It looks like $1. Not graded, 35 graded. Of course, grading costs you that much, so at the end of the day, is it worth it by the time you ship it out in a nice protected and insured thing? But yeah, so we'll sleeve all those up. Like I said, do some research. If anybody saw anything that they want, let me know. I believe in real fair pricing on everything, so just come at me with, hey, look at this is what it's going for here, and we can work out a deal. So, all right, let's have fun with these instant wins that I think, what's the must be redeemed by 1992. That's funny. If one of these is a winner, I want everybody to go after them and tell them they need to give me my money. Alright, so I got a coin here. That's one of my not valuable coins that I went through recently. That's an incomplete pass. That's funny. And then points towards collectibles. 1 point. Wonder what the amount of points you needed was. Anyways, alright. Let's do the... Alright, see, it does rub off. It says rub off, so I thought I'd give it a try that way. I'll have to wash my hands because I do not want to handle cards with that. Another incomplete pass. Telling you, I'm going to lose my shit and laugh so hard if I ended up winning on one of these. But I did not. Alright, well that was fun. Yeah, thanks for everybody that tuned in. Looked like we had a couple of you floating in and out. Like I said, gonna probably do a video later, just kind of a summary of the real valuable ones. The rest of them, toss them on eBay or something here soon. So, thanks. Excuse me. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, we'll be doing another stream at some point here. Probably not for a little bit. Like I said, I'm packing up doing a move